Hello everyone, what is up? Grandma's15 here, and today we're back with more Pokemon Unite. We are covering the release of Darkrai and Psyduck. Unfortunately, by the time that we did record this, they actually gave Darkrai a lot of nerfs.
Yeah, it's a shame, but I feel like Darkrai was fine how he was. He didn't need to be nerfed. He didn't need to be buffed either.
Yeah.
But fucking Psyduck needs to be buffed, I swear to God. I mean, Psyduck's cool and all, but if they're not going to give Psyduck its evolution, it needs to be fucking buffed at least.
Yep. Looks like Psyduck is getting a lot of use now. Did they finally make Psyduck purchasable?
I don't remember.
Of course you don't.
I don't think I even purchased Psyduck. I think I got mine from Psyduck's event.
Oh, I got like 3 limited time things for him. Okay, so we're going to try... So it doesn't seem like Hypnosis does much. Okay, never mind. It works as a very basic attack.
Lick.
Yeah, so Hypnosis and Calm Mind doubles as some incredibly basic attacks. Doesn't really seem like they do much. Oh no, wait. Okay, so Calm Mind... Never mind. Calm Mind seems to be a buff.
I went up the top, by the way, just to let you know.
Alright. Okay, if I attack... And then Calm... Okay, Calm Mind is a buff. Because while it's active, you're able to do just slightly a bit more damage. Okay. We'll start with Dark Void.
Yeah, that's the one that I use usually.
Okay. Basic projectile attack. Doesn't really seem like it does too much. So what we'll be doing this time, since there's 2 of them, now we do want to kind of do some different thing. Well, actually, no, I think to keep the sake of knowing what we're doing, actually, Dark Void, wait, did Dark Void just do what I think it did? Hold up a minute. Huh. Oh, crap. Wait, so if you, so 1... Okay, so if you hit an enemy with Dark Void and then hit them again, it has a narcoleptic effect to it. Okay, nasty plot. Okay, so we've got a charge attack. It looks like it can be done twice at one time. So let's give that a try. Okay. And it has a very fast recharge of only 2 seconds. Okay, so Nasty Plot and Dark Void might actually be a decent combo. Of course, our next match, we have to try... Oh, excuse me. We gotta try the others. Okay, so I have 30 points on me. Okay, and here's the Unite move. Alright. So I'd say this is a decent combo. Okay. So we'll be doing 2 matches for both to test the moves and abilities. And then we'll be doing 2 more at the end of this video to... Well, I had an idea of what I was going to do with that, but now I don't remember.
Of course you don't.
I think I was going to try evaluating something, but now I don't remember specifically what I was going to try to evaluate. Okay, so the Unite move is a huge buff, but it deactivates as soon as you kill one enemy. So more or less, you have to pick what target you think is most dangerous for the time being, and then work off of that. Alright. So basically, I think what the move also does is it tries to keep a personal battlefield while in the fight, because it doesn't seem like any others can interact with it. And so the Dark Void has absolutely no effect on bigger targets such as Rayquaza.
Why is no one helping me? For some reason, fucking the spam is not working on freaking Gengar right now.
Huh. And they got it. And I do want to say for the character model as well, I know the characters have to be resized for something like this, but Darkrai of all things feels abnormally small. And of course, who am I to throw out that opinion? Because I know nothing of the character, but still, though, I would figure this character would at least be a little bit bigger.
If you're talking about overall size, that's really as big as Darkrai actually is, really.
Really? Jesus Christ.
Yeah. I mean, Darkrai is not some big menacing legendary Pokemon. He's just a little, he's a mythical Pokemon. And, I mean, I know that doesn't normally have anything to do with it, but most mythical Pokemon are actually pretty small.
Huh. Well done. Well, we're going to start.
Yeah. So, I don't know what the hell was going on there, but for some reason, Hex wasn't working properly. It wasn't working how it was supposed to.
Huh. Could be a glitch.
Possibly.
Oh, excuse me.
And because of it not working properly, that is, that is the main reason why we fucking lost.
Oh. Ah, yes, estimated wait time 16 seconds. Real wait time 1 minute. Whatever. It's usually at least a minute if it says it's like anywhere between 10 to 20-second wait time. All right. Let's try what else Darkrai has. Now, I was going to talk about one thing, but I don't know if I was just not seeing correctly or what. But if I was mistaken, then I'm just not going to bring it up.
Oh god.
All right. Okay, so I was mistaken there. All right. So we'll try the other moves that we end up getting. Now, if you all want to go straight to that point, then feel free to skip ahead. Because I've had some people complain about that stuff, and it's like, well, bro, no one's holding you at gunpoint to watch the entire thing.
Alright, I'm gonna go up the top again.
All right. So yeah, the choice is up to you. Either be a dumbass and pin it on me when your stupid ass should have skipped forward anyways, or actually listen to me and skip forward. Your choice. Okay,
Really? Our
Shadow Claw.
Eevee just fucking run right past me and the enemies and let them kill me.
Okay, cool. Well, I was going to analyze that move, but let's try that again. Okay, so Shadow Claw is a two-part attack, though it doesn't seem like it does too much damage until the second hit. So I would say, for the fact that it has a narcoleptic effect, Dark Void would probably be the better bet. But Shadow Claw does do a decent amount of damage. I mean, it's not like spectacular, but if you know how to work it, then it gets the job done. And now Dark Pulse, which is pretty much a mini teleport attack. Okay, so let's actually analyze that real quick. Okay, so it's a charge attack into a. Okay, so it is indeed a teleport attack. So I'd say all of Darkrai's moves are actually pretty decent. Oh, and you can also utilize a unique version of Shadow Claw during Dark Pulse as well. So I'd figure if it works like that, then it also works the same for Dark Void.
Right. They're all coming up fucking here now.
I'll definitely say though, Darkrai does not seem to be the best in the world up against the certain enemies. Though had we caught the initial version of this, that probably would have been a different story. There's a lot of points laying around here. Now, I will say Dark Pulse is probably not the best thing to do if you want to use it purely for a charge attack. So that most likely would not be recommended. Alright. Alrighty. I am going to try it, but I doubt the Unite move works on bigger targets. But of course, we'll see. Okay, so it registers no particular target. Okay. Though I will say, Darkrai does have one disadvantage. Darkrai, like some other Pokemon, some others on here, lose health extremely fast.
Watch out for the Gardevoir. I'm going to warn you right now. The Gardevoir is using one-shot hack.
Anyways, as I was saying, so it would probably be preferable if you had a potion on you. This is the first time I've ever recommended something like that paired up with a character, but it probably would be recommended that you have like a small hill nearby. Only downside about doing the Dark Pulse attack is that there's no way to exit out of it. So once you do it, you're committed until it wears off. Oh, now while okay, I guess I will commit and actually test it. We're going to try one more with Darkrai. And what we're going to do is we're going to see how Dark Pulse and Dark Void pair. Now, after the last Darkrai match, we'll take a quick break, and the recording will resume when we start the Psyduck matches, which most likely will be two. But if we find that something else may be better to combo with than another, then we'll include a third one of it. Now, I do want to say for Darkrai, I want to say Shadow Claw and Dark Pulse is probably the best way to go. Now, of course, this next match may prove me wrong, but so far, I want to say that would probably be the recommended. And while, of course, so far all the mixtures have been pretty decent, that's what I would probably recommend over the last one. But again, we still have yet to pair up Dark Pulse with Dark Void, so we'll see how that goes.
I'm going to have to do a little bit of studying later, a little bit of research.
All right. All right.
Right, going up the top again.
All right. Okay, so while we're working our way up, Francine, have you played Darkrai yet?
Yeah, I played Darkrai many times, remember?
All right. What would you personally recommend to people who are trying to use Darkrai? Any opinions? Any tips and tricks?
Don't really know. I haven't played enough of Darkrai to be able to give a real personal opinion, but what I usually do go with is Dark Void and fucking what's it called again? Fucking Dark Pulse.
All right. And we're just about to see ourselves how that pairs up. Of course, again, Dark Void is the one that basically engages a narcoleptic effect. 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 What the hell is an effect?
English too much hard for you. Go on school.
You know what, Francine, you hush. Viewers, do you know what an effect is? What's an effect? I don't know. I don't know what an effect is. Oh, Dark Pulse will actually spread out to multiple enemies at once, so it doesn't just target
Yeah.
one. Alrighty. So that's even better to know. Now, I'd say try making a strategy if you are playing with Darkrai compared to what I'm doing. Instead of just like doing what I'm doing and just running straight in, try to make a strategy because again, Darkrai loses health fast, especially if you're being consistently attacked because it drops. Alrighty.
They're all up here.
Okay, so Dark Void does not pair with Dark Pulse. Shadow Claw and Dark Pulse will work together, but Dark Void cannot be utilized while you have Dark Pulse active. So if you do want that ability of more comboing, then you probably want to go with the mix from before and do Shadow Claw and Dark Pulse. Though Francine usually uses Dark Void and Dark Pulse. So I'd say Darkrai is easy enough to make your own setup over and create your own strategy. You just got to put some thought into it.
Yeah. Though I do honestly find out, like I do honestly find that Dark Pulse and Dark Void works just fine for me. Yeah, you can't use one along with the other in one scent, but fucking, it doesn't really matter all that much.
Okay, so the Unite move doesn't last until a battle is finished. It's on a timer. So if you're going for a kill, you got to make that kill fast. Oh, excuse me. So yeah, you definitely want some. Either you want some held items that'll increase stats, or like maybe a held item loadout that works perfectly for Darkrai, or it's recommended that you have the potion. Because again, Darkrai's health drops fast. So you want to have either a good held item loadout, or you want to have the potion on you.
Why the fuck does all the random shit keep popping up?
What do you mean?
Oh, fucking mini maps and all that shit popping up for no fuck.
Oh. Do you have your mini map off? I always have mine activated.
No, I have my mini map on, but like the bigger version of it and all that, and the stats and all that just keeps popping up for no reason randomly. And it's actually getting fucking annoying because it's making it hard for me to do shit.
Alright. So, still, my personal recommendation would still be, I mean, especially since they can be paired together, Shadow Claw and Dark Pulse. Because that's what I found to be personally best at here. So, but again, it's up to you. I feel like Darkrai is probably one of the more, like, how do I describe it? More personalizable, if that makes sense. Because you can mix some things up and all that, and it does give you a level of personalization that no matter what you pick, it's still pretty decent, but you've also got to strategize at the same time, therefore also allowing you to create your own strategies. That's what I like about Darkrai. Okay, anyways, after our break, we'll be back with Psyduck. Alright, and now we're going to do the Psyduck part of this. I finish these. These are for the current event that's going on as of the time of recording this. Okay, just claim everything. Okay. Jesus.
All right. Let me know when you're ready for the invite.
Alright, give me a moment.
All right.
We gotta walk to Eevee.
Walk the walk. Walk the walk or walk the plank.
Fuck. Okay,
What?
ready.
All right.
Boop.
Whack.
No. Hi. Oh, fuzzy wuzzy wuzzy. Fuzzy wuzzy fluffy. Beep. Fuzzy wuzzy
Walk the
fluffy.
walk.
Fluffy
Walk the
wuzzy
plank.
wuzzy. Fluffy puffy puffy. Fuzzy wuzzy wuzzy.
Humanana.
Boop.
Katana una na. Are you okay there?
Not really.
Are you sure?
Totally.
Are you sure?
Yes. Wait. Oh yeah, Psyduck.
Yes, you dingling.
Shush.
Ah.
Now, I'll check after this, but from what I know, I don't think that Psyduck is actually purchasable at this current time, but after this, we'll check. If I think, guess what?
Humanana. Yep.
Boop. Boop, 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 boop. Piss.
Walk the walk or walk the plank, you scurvy cur.
Piss. Imagine if the other players were able to hear our stupidity.
Yeah. Hacking a tree.
Stop. The fact that still has me confused as hell. The fact that your first question when it comes to a game about being able to hack stuff is, can I hack a tree? Okay, so our first two starting moves is Confusion and Tail Whip. Hey, Francine, don't attack. Well, never mind. Okay, Confusion is a short stun attack. Tail Whip apparently did nothing. Let's try that again. So Tail Whip isn't anything spectacular. It's just a very, very basic attack. Okay,
What Tail Whip does is it lowers the defense of a creature for a short time.
ah,
They've made it work just like it does in the main series.
all right. And while some Pokemon already have Surf, like Slowbro and Blastoise, Psyduck does have it, but it's a different Surf entirely.
Yeah.
Because instead
It
of being the
works similar
straightforward
in one
one,
way,
you're able
but
to properly control it.
yeah. It works similar in one way, but for the most part, it's pretty much 99% different. But it
Yeah.
does work in that it also pushes them back like Blast Surf. But it's not as good at pushing them back as Blast Surf is. And I believe Mew can also have, if I remember.
Hmm. Though I do want to point out one thing that is nothing towards like the attacks or nothing that Psyduck has. But I just want to point out the fact that the way Psyduck walks looks like a bro just walked out of a bar. Francine,
Yes,
why did you let the Psyduck have too much to drink? The Psyduck was our designated driver. You had one job.
he's very fucking drunk.
He was the designated driver. Okay, and now we have disable. Wait, does disable have a short backfire time? Hold up. Okay, I don't know what happened there. And the Unite move seems to be a very short lasting buff, I want to say. Francine, you've used it. Can you confirm or deny what it actually is?
I didn't understand it, honestly.
So I want to say that the Unite move for Psyduck is a short buff. But really, if that is what it actually is, it could last a little bit longer. I feel like it's a little too short.
Yeah, I feel.
I will say, though, Surf is pretty good for... Oh, wait. Here it is. This is the thing that happened last time. So if I... Okay, so it does backfire a little. So on occasion, disable will backfire, apparently. But at the same time, it seems like it can... Okay, so Francine, anything that you actually know about Psyduck in the main series that could help me confirm or deny an ability backfire?
Only just what anyone knows about Psyduck. It's just, but even it's
Dis-
basically just a Pokemon for the memes, for the jokes.
oh,
Oh, and there's of course also that Psyduck sometimes has constant fucking headaches. I
okay.
doubt that's anything.
So I do want to say that maybe it does have a little bit of a backfire. Because we don't know specifically anything without having to Google it, which we're not going to do during this at all. That the abilities may have a backfire. Particularly disable. The basic attack for Psyduck also does very minimal damage. So, like,
Yeah,
even with the last sliver of health that AI had, it still took around like 5 hits to do damage to. It also seems like the Unite move also does damage for the time that it's operable. But still, though, if it does work as a buff or anything, then it itself needs an extended time. And if it does do damage, then also it needs an extended time. And I feel like for a Unite move, it could do a little more damage.
yeah, it really, like I said earlier, Psyduck really needs to be buffed because it's just too fucking weak, even for what it is.
Yeah, I'd say Psyduck could probably work for how it is, but you definitely got to play your cards carefully because Psyduck is not exactly that strong. Now, I do want to say that Psyduck probably does lose health pretty quickly too, but I wouldn't say it's like. Well, actually, no. Psyduck actually takes damage pretty normally. So, yeah. So, Darkrai does have abnormally an abnormally low health bar. Now, I'd say another problem about Psyduck. I feel like Psyduck could work well on its own, but until it has a buff, your best bet is to play Psyduck uh, as a. How do I say this? It's best to play a Psyduck as if it was using a crutch. So you would most likely need another player for it to do a significant amount of damage in battle so far. Now, this is so far. We haven't tried the other abilities yet. Oh, I mean, Francine has, but I haven't gotten to the other abilities yet.
Those assholes can fuck off back to try hardier. No, for fuck's sake. Also, you know what I think makes more sense?
What?
That one for Psyduck.
Huh? Well, anyways, next match.
You'll see what I mean soon. Psyduck is a water type Pokemon that is a duck.
Uh,
You know, I'm both surprised but also glad that they don't have a fucking Charizard festival event.
yeah. Alrighty. Alrighty.
I suppose we'll see how I do with this fucking thing.
A thing. Alrighty.
Right, going to the top as usual.
Alright. Okay, Bubble Beam. Okay, it does have a pretty decent range on it. And I'd say a Bubble Beam probably does a decent amount of damage. Yeah, pretty decent. And it's not a huge amount, but it's enough to help you in battle. Pair it with Tail Whip, and it's pretty good. But of course, Tail Whip is going to get ridden here in a moment. So of course, you can't constantly keep the thing. Okay, so it seems like no matter what you use, Psyduck Okay, so I think what they did is they actually included the headache thing. Because I've noticed when the abilities stop being usable for like a short second or two, Psyduck actually rubs its head. So Psyduck will actively get headaches in the middle of the match. But I feel like this can still be used to your advantage, even though it may seem like a disadvantage. Because, say, you're like where I am right now, and that happens, but you could probably have a chance to regroup while a friend takes over and move in for a flank. Of course, that can be used for other strategies, but that's the first thing that just came up to mind. So I feel like the headache isn't all that bad. Matter of fact, it might actually be useful to help us strategize and come up with ways to take out enemies. I mean, you can do that anyways, but it's something apart from just standing there and waiting for the damage to do something. Like you can actually strategize, and that I find kind of interesting. So Psychic seems like it does a small amount of damage when you use it, but if all it does is damage, I gotta be honest, it's a little too flary for it to properly work. So I want to say that your best combination for Psyduck would be probably be Bubble Beam and Disable. Because and of course, you could probably find a good use out of Psychic, but the most you'll get is just extra. Well, it does look like it does a little bit more damage than what would be the usual. But I want to say it's the best thing in the world, because then it also gives some open extra time to the enemies to actually evade it. And even though it's a very minuscule amount of time, even a split second could be enough to change the tide of the battle. That being that you could easily escape it, and Psychic probably wouldn't be enough. Now, I will say Psychic would be your second best option to pair with Bubble Beam, but if you want something that's just straightforward, your best bet is probably Disable and Bubble Beam. But I would also highly recommend Psychic and Bubble Beam. So I feel like for the time being, Psyduck is sort of like Darkrai. It allows more strategizing, more personalization to it, might I also say. But it's, of course, how you want to play it, how you want to strategize, and how you want to personalize. So while Psyduck, as of right now, could use a buff, matter of fact, a couple of buffs at that, I would say Psyduck is the worst thing in the world. I'd say Psyduck is still pretty useful, but it's probably still recommended that you play a Psyduck as if you require a crutch. Try to stay close to one of your teammates if you can, because you might need their help. Because again, Psyduck is not the strongest Pokemon in the world. Well, I mean, obviously not, but I mean on Unite. So, would of course be recommended to stick with the crutch play there. So, always try to stick with a teammate if you can. And of course, you're probably wondering, well, why are you saying that if you're not doing it yourself? Well, I mean, it's not required, but I would personally recommend it. Because again, it does seem like Psyduck does a lot more if you have someone there to assist you. Therefore, it's a crutch Pokemon pretty much. It works, but it would be recommended to have assistance. Alright, now it's time to test how decent. Well, actually, we already did, but let's try it again. Of course, we have a different target this time. So yeah, I still think this backs up the fact that yes, Psyduck could work alone, but it's better to play it as a crutched Pokemon. Therefore, once again, having the assistance from teammates rather than playing it solo. So it is still recommended that you stick by a teammate if possible. Alright, the last 25 seconds. Alright. So I think that'll be it for this. Do honestly hope you all enjoyed it, and we hope that this helped you in one way or another. And we hope that, well, once again, that you enjoyed it.
Let us know in the comments also if you think Darkrai or Psyduck should either be buffed or nerfed. Which one should be buffed? Which one should be nerfed? Should they both be buffed? Should they both be nerfed? Personally, I don't think they should nerf Psyduck. They should buff Psyduck. But then again, this is whoever it is that makes this game that we're talking about, so they're probably going to nerf the ones that need to be buffed and buff the ones that need to be nerfed.
Yeah. But anyways, do honestly hope you all enjoyed, and if you did, you all know what to do. Be my sister, and I'll see you guys next time. I messed up my damn outro.
Much hard for you. Go on school.
But yeah. Good night, everybody.
I say that was a good outro.
Sure.